Hello children! We have learned that all matters are made up of atoms. According to Dalton, atoms were indivisible. Atoms are too small to be seen with the naked eye. Scientists relied on indirect evidences to prove the existence of atoms. Suddenly, Michael Faraday discovered the presence of charged particles. Michael Faraday's discovery raised few questions about the indivisibility of atoms. Let's go and find out about the particles present in atom. My name is Shubhajit, and today's session we are learning about subatomic particle. Learning outcomes. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand about electron, proton, neutron, keywords. Atom. Atoms are the smallest particles of matter holding all the properties of matter. Subatomic particle. The particles present in an atom. Nucleus. The sphere present at the center of atom. Electron. Proton. Neutron. Let us look at this concept map for this lesson. In science, theories change when scientists discover new facts or clues. Sometimes an idea or model must be changed as new information is gathered. Dalton proposed that atoms could not be divided. Experimental evidence began to show that atoms are divisible and are made up of small particles. Since these particles are smaller than the atom and are present inside an atom, they are called subatomic particles. As atoms are neutral, they should have at least two types of subatomic particles. One is positively charged and another is negatively charged. In fact, 3 different subatomic particles were discovered. Let us see how the ideas about atoms have changed over time with the discovery of subatomic particles. We all know about Faraday's electrolysis experiments. Other experiments on gases were carried out in the latter part of 19th century. Scientists studied the effects of applying electric current to gases at low pressure by using discharge tubes. Other scientists did similar experiments in vacuum tubes. In 1897, a British physicist, Joseph John Thomson, demonstrated on the basis of these experiments that negatively charged particles are present in the atoms. Initially, Thomson thought that the negative particles would be different for each element. But after carrying out experiments with many different materials, he found that the negatively charged particles from all the materials were always identical. He concluded that same type of negatively charged particles are present in the atoms of all the elements. These particles have a very small mass and are now called electrons. Electrons were the first subatomic particles to be discovered and studied. An electron is represented as E-. The mass of an electron is considered to be negligible and its charge is considered to be 1 unit negative. Hey, do you know that an atom is electrically neutral? But the electrons present in it are negatively charged particles. If only negative charges were present, the atom would not be neutral. Then, why are atoms considered to be neutral? The atom must also contain some positively charged particles so that the overall charge of it becomes neutral. This subatomic particle would have a charge that balances the charges of the electrons. This subatomic particle was named as proton in 1920. Its mass was approximately 18,036 times greater than that of the electrons. It is represented as P+ and its charge is taken as 1 unit positive. In 1932, James Chadwick discovered another subatomic particle which had no charge and had a mass nearly equal to that of a proton. It was eventually named as neutron. In general, a neutron is represented as N0. So, we have learned from today's lesson that atoms are made of small particles called protons, neutrons, and electrons. Each of these particles is described in terms of measurable properties like mass and charge. The proton and electron have equal but opposite electrical charges. A neutron has no electrical charge. The mass of the electron is about 1 by 1836th that of a proton. What you have learned? The 3 subatomic particles of an atom are electron, proton, and neutron. Electron is a negatively charged particle of the atom. Proton is a positively charged particle that is a part of the atomic nucleus. Neutron is an uncharged particle that is a part of the atomic nucleus. Credit for the discovery of electron and neutron goes to J.J. Thomson and J. Chadwick, respectively. Thomson determined that atoms contain negatively charged particles which are now called electrons. Thank you for watching this video.